Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday morning, May 14th, and we are looking at the window traders market profile of the SPY ETF, IWM, and triple Qs. And right now it's 75 minutes to go prior to the opening. Remember, we had inside days in all three of these indices, and right now, they're attempting to possibly gap higher in SPY and ES. Russell's right at the top. So triple Q. So possible gap out of an inside day to the upside. That'd be pretty impressive considering what happened earlier in the week. It all remains to be seen what happens and how we get the follow through. Remember, we went out with a price probe last night, and then M period finished all the way down here, and I said it doesn't matter where M closes. It matters where A period opens to see if the price probe is accepted or not. So we won't know until 9:30. One other quick note before I start. Tonight's the afternoon video will probably be tomorrow morning. I have some obligations tonight after the close. I don't think I'll be able to do it, so I'll do a more detailed one tomorrow morning. Just keep that in mind. All right, destinations for this morning. Well, I'm going to give yesterday's high as both sides of the equation since we're possibly gapping higher. Now, first thing is the 9 wide at 410.82, which was going to be an upside destination, will now be a downside destination. Then we have yesterday's high of 412.35. Now, right now we're looking at a gap of about $1 above it. And then we have a daily high of 412.59. So those two highs, like I said, should go fairly easily. And then the next destination is that very visual 12 wide POC that we spoke about at 413.59. We're right below it. And then above that, there's the daily high of 415.27 and the gap of 417.81, 254-point gap. I do not believe it would get filled the first time. For the downside, if we hold this gap, the first destination will be yesterday's high of 412.35. Then we have the price probe, C's high of 412.02. Overnight low, excuse me, of 409.86. Afternoon pullback low in I of 407.84. And yesterday's low, which would be a weekly low if it holds, of 404.79. So game plan for this morning. Well, everybody's going to be yelling, gap rules apply. Gap rules will apply when put in context, and also inside day rules will apply. So if the gap is $1 or less, I will definitely look for a long against either C's high or M's high. It'd probably be C's high. I don't care if the gap fills. I want the price probe, right? The price spike to hold. So a gap of $1 or less, I will be looking to absolutely get long against both the gap and the price probe. If we fill both of those, get acceptance into M's range, out of the trade because the odds of trading down the POC become a lot better, right? With an inside day, you go with it, which means in this case, a long, and monitor it for continuation or lack of. Lack of them out of the long. Continuation, you should go see the POC, and then we see if we test the high from May 11th. So that's a call play. As far as a long, now again, in the next hour, if we open below the price probe, that plays off the table, and in fact, I look for a short against both the price probe and M's high, if that was to occur in the next hour. If we gap higher, is there a short play right here? There is not. There is not. There would not be a short play for me unless two things happen. One, we fill the gap and get acceptance into below the price probe, especially if B starts one time framing down. I would ride M down to the POC. That's one short play. The other short play is if we really start ripping like we did yesterday and start getting into this gap. I do not believe this gap would fill the first time. And then on the chart, I'll show you the weekly and the daily in SPY. Remember, tomorrow morning's video, I'll recap all three of these indices in detail from top down on their charts. So the weekly, remember, we had an outside week up last week. Incredibly positive, and it got thrown out the window. Nothing happened with it. So right now the weekly's down for me. Why is it down? Well, we didn't just take out the bottom of a 5-week balance. We took it out by $6. So to me, the weekly's down. Plain and simple. And then the daily Here's the important one. Inside day, we said in last night's video, if we come out of it to the upside, it's a chance to go test the high from the 11th and then possibly the 20-day moving average at some point inside the gap. If we came out of it to the downside, good odds of testing the 50. Right now, they're attempting to come out of the inside day to the upside. The question is, will they continue to go higher with continuation where long is the play all day? Good luck trading today. Have a great day. And we'll recap the day and the week tomorrow morning.